And it's another Thursday night, which means it's time for Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis. Along with me, of course, every week, WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy.
Listen,
Oh,
that music was just horrible.
oh, dear.
And the next thing, you got the nerve to have somebody in that music screaming in the background like they're James Brown. Why would you do that to James Brown, legendary singer from Augusta, Georgia? God rest his soul. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this right now because I need help. Will y'all please start sending in some music that maybe we could use for our intro? Just pick out some and send it to us, and let's see if I like it. Because Mac has not a clue
He's
about
not going
any
to.
of this music. It's just horrible.
He
Horrible.
thinks we can play radio music, which of course YouTube would block us for. So
They
I
didn't they,
can't get it
they
through
they
his
didn't
head.
send that to you. They sent it to somebody else. They didn't tell that was you that not to use boots on the ground.
Yes, they did.
Oh, that you
Yes,
come
they did.
on.
Yeah, because YouTube flagged us for it. That's why.
Oh,
That's why we
well,
can't do
we
it.
ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this horrible music that I just had to witness as we came on the air.
That's like late night music, late night
But this
TV
ain't
music.
late night. It's 7 p.m.
Well, look, for you at your age, it is late night.
Not at all. I don't go to bed early. I'm not like all those other seasoned people. I stay up late.
Well, let me ask you, this is something I never have asked you. How late do you stay up at night? Because I find as I get older, I really do go to bed a little bit earlier than I used to.
See, you keep saying you're getting older. See, I don't use that term. I'm
I didn't
seasoned.
say
So I
old. I
go to
said I'm just
bed.
getting older.
You said older. That's fine. Oh, you don't even use that word. Okay.
I'm getting more seasoned.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, Teddy. Look here. In the wrestling world, the biggest news really is the WrestlePalooza event that WWE put on just recently. And ESPN themselves, on the debut of the WWE product on ESPN gave it a rating of a C. What do you think about that, Ted? I mean, look, I agree with a lot of people who are saying they expected a lot out of this show. When you go back and look at the debut of WWE on Netflix, that was huge, big show. They put a lot behind it. They put a lot of words behind WrestlePalooza, but they didn't deliver. I almost felt like that maybe, Triple H pulled one of those Tony Khan kind of moves where he overpromised and underdelivered. And I think that's why there's such a sour taste in so many people's mouths right now. What do you think about that rating from ESPN?
Well, I think you and I talked about it earlier, and it's like I say, ESPN people, they're not wrestling people, so maybe they might have expected more to come from wrestling than what they got. So maybe they didn't see that, and that's why they rated it like that. Because they're used to seeing big numbers, but when they seeing big numbers, they're using big stars, big sports stars.
Yep.
So I think WWE, Triple A, whatever they did, I think they gave them what they had. That's all they could do. So it was really left up to them. But when you're dealing with people that are not wrestling people, it's hard to convince them and explain to them, what this is all about. So I think they just did what they thought they had to do. And I believe that's the way they felt about it.
I didn't like the program. All the way, Teddy, I tried to watch it live when it was taking place. And after the first match between John Cena and Brock Lesnar, I turned it off. I was like, I'll just watch the rest of it tomorrow, because for me, it started so flat that I just like, they can't get any worse than this. And these were two of the main ones I wanted to see, John Cena and Brock Lesnar. And you gave me that.
Well, the thing I think they could have done, they knew that this was a repeat. We've seen Brock and Cena, before. So if you're gonna do a repeat, then look like to me, I would do something to lead up to that. Maybe I'd have had a locker room fight. Maybe I'd have had Brock or somebody attack him in the locker room or something to try to take him out, so he's not able to even make the match. Something to lead into it. But there was no lead in for me. It was just, hey, it's Cena and Brock.
Yeah, and it happened really fast. I mean, despite the fact that they crossed paths a while back, they really didn't explain anything until just before the match, actually took place. And it was a match I was looking forward to. But there's a good chance that he lost being John Cena to Brock Lesnar because maybe that's who he's going to face in his last match. And if that's the case, then Brock puts John over.
Well, if that's true, you know what I mean, and then that's really the way to go. So we'll just have to see if that does happen. But
Is that who you want to see him wrestle though in his last match, Brock Lesnar? Does that excite you?
Well, it's according to who he's wrestling. That's what would excite me.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, does Brock Lesnar and John Cena, does that excite you as a match again?
Well, not me. I'm not, I'm not like a wrestling fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a wrestling fan is different, but to me, no, it's not. That doesn't excite me at all.
Yeah, I agree. We've seen it, been there, done that, and I really don't want to see it for the third time. Not for John's final match, and hopefully that's not the case. Maybe maybe they're just planning something completely different. We're getting a lot of folks in here. By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is leave us a comment in the comment section, and we'll share it up on the screen and answer your questions or reply to your comments. And pretty classy lady, as we were talking about WrestlePalooza, she says WrestlePalooza was trash. It really was not the best effort I've ever seen by WWE. Look here, I'm afraid to say his first name because I know I'm going to say this wrong, and I'm afraid to say his other name because I don't want to put him on blast. But this is one of our independent wrestlers in Georgia that is on the screen. He's passing by, and hey, brother, it's good to see you. If it's okay to put out your your other name, just let me know. We'll throw it up on the screen. But I just don't want to say it.
Who is so important that we can't call their name?
This is one of the independent wrestlers in Georgia that you would know if I said it, but this is his real name, and I do not want to give away his ring name right now.
Why?
Because he may not want people to know what his real name is, Daddy.
Who cares what his ring name is? He ought to be able to. He ought to want somebody to know who he is everywhere.
John Smith, you know him.
That
Teddy.
ain't Mission. That's Mission.
That's what I said. Mission.
No, you didn't. You just said Mission.
It's Mission.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Mission.
Did Bill have to leave any of those cracks with you or something?
He probably did. Okay.
Yeah.
He is stopping by saying, hey, Teddy Long and Mac Davis. And he's also saying that Teddy Long is the life of the party.
Well, Mission, he's the guy that had the opportunity to Mission Championship Wrestling over out of Detroit. And I had a chance to go up a couple of months ago and work with him, and had a great show up there. And he did a lot of things for a lot of his talent. Some of those guys that worked real hard for him, he put them in the Hall of Fame and gave them plaques and had a nice dinner. And I mean, he had a great setup for his talent. He really looked out for the people that's worked with him and helped him out over the years. So I had a great time up there, man, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah, he was also a guest on the show.
Him and his son too. Yeah, his son was there. God, what a great kid he is. I involved him in a match and made him special referee. So that thing was really good. We had a lot of fun with it.
And he was saying, too, that WrestlePalooza was good. It just missed a few big names. Roman, Randy were missing. They were some, but they had enough, I thought, star power on that show that it could have been better. Of course, that depends on how you see Cody Rhodes. Is Cody as big of a star as they allow you to make, let you believe that he is? Or some people don't think so. I think he's doing a great job. Let's see. When it comes to Zach Minger, he's popping in the room as well. He's saying National Comic Book Day. Pretty classy lady, Mac and Teddy. So he's stopping by saying hi. Zach, it's good to see you.
Well, thank you, Zach.
And also Casey Gilbert in here. Hello, Teddy from Casey Fox.
Okay, Casey Gilbert, you know her, Max. She's an indie wrestler. She's been around for a long time. She's out of the Carolinas. She come down and did some work with Face to Face at one time. So good to hear from you, Casey. Hadn't seen or heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing good.
I'm going to have to go back and see if I can remember who she was. I'm sure I would, though.
She's from the Carolinas. She does a lot on the independent scene and stuff. So Casey's been around for a while. But she came to Face. She did some work down there with Faye. What was Faye's last name? You remember Faye? Golly, I can't think of her last name.
Damn, Teddy, I don't.
Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah. Somebody don't know who we're talking about. We're talking about Faye in the Carolinas that be with Dre and all those guys up there, that she's did a whole lot of work around the Carolinas.
Let's see. Ms. John also saying that last match should be Edge. Of course, the problem is Edge is in AEW for right now.
See, now you see why I told him to leave it alone.
Yeah.
And now you see when I told you, I said, leave this alone. All right.
Yeah.
Now you see what he just did.
All right, guys, we got to step away real quick. Tell you about an important event that is coming up in October. And then we're going to go into the listener mailbag and take more of your questions and comments right here on Road Trip After Hours. The International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame Awards Ceremony, live from Albany, New York. We welcome the class of 2025. Trish Stratus, Tony Atlas, Rocky Johnson, Tito Santana, and Johnny Rods. Your hosts for the evening, Bill Apter, Dave LaGreca, and Mac Davis, live from the Desmond Hotel, Albany, New York. A night of memories. The 5th Annual International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame Induction Ceremony.
Letters, oh we get letters, we get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
When it comes to music,
no.
he loves that music right there.
No, I do not.
That's another one of the songs he can't stand. All right, let's get into the mailbag. Leave your questions in the room. We'll throw it up on the screen. There's a lot of questions coming in, so just make sure you get in the group there. We still have about another 15, 20 minutes here we can go and take all those questions. Let's see. Milton in Georgia writes, Teddy, with all of the new shows that WWE is producing, do you think it's hurting them overall?
Well, I don't know. We'll just have to wait. So that certainly comes in the long run, what's going to happen. I think it's a lot of wrestling. I have to agree with you, man. It is just, it's just too much wrestling. You know what I mean? So
yeah. There's a lot of content that the WWE produces on a weekly basis, not just Raw and SmackDown. There's a lot of other programs as well and other things that they do. But I go back to the fact that if you're that busy and the quality of your product is starting to drop, then you need to adjust somewhere because you can't let the product's quality go down.
Right. Well, you have to, it's like the guys, you have to repackage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You got to regroup.
Yeah, but right now it just seems like they just want the money. Let's see. Pretty classy lady saying, is Triple H mad and jealous of John Cena? And is that why he's ruining his retirement tour?
I have no idea.
Would it surprise you that past, any problems? I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. I'm not going to say it nice. When, sometimes shit in the back just stays around. It never goes away. And people hold grudges for a long time. Do you think that is possible still in today's wrestling? Not necessarily in this case where people can still get screwed by somebody else?
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I think so too, and I kind of know what she's trying to say. Let's see, Skrilla. Okay, here's somebody that's independent wrestler in the state of Georgia. That is somebody that I enjoy seeing. Skrilla the Great is in here, Teddy.
Yeah,
and,
I know Skrilla.
He stopped by earlier, and I just want to make sure that we said hello to him. Skrilla, really, I don't know how people have not seen more in him. The talent that this kid has is really, really deep. And you need to check on Skrilla the Great if you haven't done so already. He's in Georgia. I'm sure he's outside Georgia as well, in South Carolina and places like that. But he does one hell of a job. Chris in the room. Hey, Chris. By the way, we got a picture of him I need to find for next week to put up of him in our t-shirt, because he was one of our t-shirt winners on the previous episode, which, by the way, Teddy will pull somebody's question from tonight to be tonight's winner of a free t-shirt from Road Trip After Hours. And Chris says, hey, you better do what Teddy says or he'll get D-Lo to do you like he did Tommy Dreamer with that kendo stick. Teddy, have you ever been hit by foreign objects in wrestling? I mean, like kendo sticks or anything like that. Have you ever taken one of those kind of shots?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because I've been hit with a lot of things. I've been hit with chairs. I've been hit with bricks. I've been hit with a lot of crazy shit. But the kendo stick hurt me, I think, more than anything else that was ever upon my body.
It feels like you've been shocked.
Oh, man, it is horrible. I mean, just the sound itself. I know a lot of people think that it gives a lot when you hit somebody. I'm telling you, I have had whelps that have lasted for a week or more from a kendo stick, more so than anything else that I have ever been hit with. Those sons of guns hurt, and they hurt bad.
Well, I've been on the end of one of them. Yes, they do.
Yes. Let's see. Seth Turner. Now, this is with of course, the International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. He is the leader of the entire outfit. And Seth saying, is that Mad Dog Mac Davis? I gave him hell because he got that wrong recently, but it's good to have you in here, Seth. Looking forward to seeing you soon, brother. Same thing, Seth. I look forward to it. I always do every year.
All right. Holla back, Seth.
Scott Lance. Hey, Mac and Teddy. Hope y'all are doing well. Teddy, why did WCW split Doom Up? They were an amazing tag team.
You just answered it. He just answered his own question.
Oh, well, explain what you mean, though, because a lot of people, it may have gone
That's
over
why they were split up, because they were amazing tag team.
Yeah. They the competition did not care for them being around because they were that damn good. Right. Yeah, that's what Teddy's talking about. Yeah, it's sad, and we were just talking about how people can ruin something for a person's push or anything else because they have animosities from something else. And in one of these cases, it is jealousy, and jealousy lives in the locker rooms of professional wrestling.
Yeah, it's always somebody worried about somebody taking their spot. And they'll do anything to you to save their spot. They don't care. Well, some people, I can't say it about everybody, but there's some people that do care and have a heart. But the majority of these guys, they don't give a shit about me or nobody else.
Nope. All right, let's see. Pretty classy lady popping in saying Cena's last match should be versus Cowboy Bob Orton.
Is that a joke?
Yeah, I think she's being funny. Yeah. And Benjamin, good to see you in here, Benjamin. Why did the Oksana storyline stop Oksana? And would you be happy for her if she went into the WWE Hall of Fame the same as Stephanie McMahon the other day? Thank you very much.
Yeah, Oksana's story started because I think they wasn't really happy with her. So, and I think that she got released right after that. So, I don't know. I thought she was very good, with the accent, because she really was from another country, and I thought that, put a lot of life into it. But like I said, she was released right after that. So I don't know. Maybe it's, like I said, somebody wasn't happy with her. And I don't think you'll ever see her going into the Hall of Fame.
And here's one of our independent wrestling fans that come around to a lot of shows.
That's Ellen. I know her. She always comes with her grandson. I think that's her grandson.
That's her son. That's her son.
Oh, that's her son. Yep. All right. Yeah. I know Ellen. She's a great woman, and her son, I love him. I always have something to give him when I see him.
I think we may have talked about him before on the show, but she takes him everywhere. If he wants to go see wrestling, I mean, there's not a weekend I can think of where she's not at a wrestling show on at least a Friday, Saturday, if not a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday, where she will take him anywhere to make his heart full. And I got to tell you, a lot of respect for Ellen, because I've seen what she's done over the years. And props to you. Let's see. Wilson in Texas. Teddy, if you could have been in any storyline, what would you have liked it to have been?
Well, I really never thought about that. I mean, I had enough stuff on my own plate, so I never did think about doing nothing else. The only thing I really, well, I don't regret it. The only thing I really was didn't like, well, I'll say I wasn't happy about is I never got a chance to work with Hogan for us doing a story. I don't even think I had a chance to even do a promo with him or anything. So that was something I would have liked to have done.
Was there ever something creatively that you always, you drive around thinking, man, one day I'd like to do the story and I'm doing this and, this would be really cool, but it just never happened?
Well, no, I never even thought about it because I knew whatever I presented, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, there's no drive to think about it if you know it's not going to happen.
Right.
Let's see. Mijan, I'm sorry, saying Houston Genius said he loved the night you ordered Mark Henry to take out Goldberg.
Okay, yeah, that was back in my heel days.
Hey, look, I want to mention too, keep getting your questions in here. We'll keep throwing them up on the screen. I did want to bring up, I forgot to do this at the start of the show. Santino Marella says that he's pretty confident that TNA will surpass AEW as the number 2 company in wrestling. What do you think about that?
I think so.
I think it's very possible.
Yeah. That, like I said, I just don't like to talk, and I'm just gonna try to keep quiet on some of it. But the some of the backstage people there, people back behind the scenes there in that AEW, that's all I gotta say.
Yep. All right, let's see. This is pretty much something we talked about earlier, but we'll bring it up again. Celia on the Bayou asked, who would you place as John Cena's last match?
You know what, man? If it were me, and I know it wouldn't happen, and like I said, I may be just thinking outside the box, but you know what I would like to have? I would have brought someone in special, and I mean, I maybe, I don't know whether Steve would, I'm pretty sure he would do business, but Cena and Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's what I would have liked to see.
Yeah, I know that it keeps coming back time and time again, stories that Austin's going to come back and wrestle one more match. And there's even a lot of talk about it for 2027 when they're in Saudi Arabia. But yeah. I'm afraid, here's where I am when it comes to Stone Cold. I'd like to see him come back, making an appearance. I don't think I want to see Stone Cold wrestle again because he left wrestling the right way to me. He left, he said goodbye, and he never went back. And I still remember him as that ass-kicking individual, Stone Cold Steve Austin, because of that.
Well, that's why it would work so good, because he's one of those guys that didn't go back on his word. He didn't go back. But this here, when you build it right and get a story to going, then that's something that may excite him there, that makes him want to come back. Yeah, it's easy to do.
All right, Scott Lance saying, hey, this is for both you guys. Why does WWE not push the best female wrestlers, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, Natty Neidhart, over the Barbies on the roster? They have always done this all the way back to and before China.
Well, that question I can't, excuse me, I can't answer because I don't know. What I see, what I'm doing, with the women's division, the women talent that are out there now, I think they're doing the right thing with some of them. Some of them I don't know. I don't watch it, that much to keep up with it. But I don't know whether there's anything wrong. Maybe he sees something that I don't see.
I think that they're just going what they think is the most popular female on TV. It doesn't really matter, if they're the best athletically. It's, what's drawing the most numbers.
Well, it should matter. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They should take things serious. You know what I mean? Not only the person need to look good, but they also need to know how to work.
Yeah. And look, there's Natty. Now, let me tell you something. She has done some recent matches outside of WWE where she just kicks ass. And that is the character people want to see in WWE.
Well, she's the real deal. She come from the Hart family and everything, so she got it right. Okay, she knows exactly what to do in that ring.
And let me tell you something, Natty, whatever she's been doing in the last few years, the workout programs, whatever it may be, you look better now than you did 10 years ago. I don't know how you did it, but you look a lot better than just 10 years ago. Just incredible.
Well, I know how she did it. She changed that diet around and started taking that gym more serious.
Well, she's kicking ass now.
Yeah, Tim, she looks great. She looks absolutely great, man. And like I said, I've known her for years and years. And what a sweetheart of a lady, man. Her and her husband, man, what great people.
I bet she'd be a fun interview. That may be somebody I need to try to reach out to, because I bet you she'd be fun to interview on our show one day. because
Okay.
she's got that kind of personality. I think yeah, that'd be really
Well,
good.
well, I may can get in touch with her. I don't know because she did text me after the passing of my son, so she text me her
Yeah.
condolences there. So
All right, let's see. Ms. John saying, I really think they're missing the mark with these general managers. A Teddy Long one night as general manager would be great TV. I wouldn't lie. I think that would be great TV, Teddy. And I'm not saying that because you're here, but the fact is, fans love Teddy Long. And if you can get a show where you got a special, guest general manager for the night, Nick Aldis for some reason's gone, and you step in and you make a tag match and these other things, I think people would love that. And I do think people would watch it.
they had me, like I said, the last time I went to TV there, and I talked to one of the writers, and I was asking him about what I was doing, and he told me, he said, "Well, we had you coming out, making a match." I said, "Well, what happened?" He says, "Well, and I won't call a name. They thought that was too much."
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Chris saying, who do you see now that could benefit from someone with your caliber and knowledge? And would you love to have a final run if you could? Omos comes to mind.
No, I mean, I if it was done right, you know what? I'll be straight up with you. The only person I really would come back in this business for, and if they should happen to come back, that would be Vince McMahon. That's the only person I want to work for because I know with Vince I'll be treated fair and I'll be treated right. But these other people, I can't trust them. So I'm saying I don't want no one more run. That's they don't ever have to call me. That's on them, and I'm. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to go back and be treated right, you know what I mean. I got no problem with that. But just no.
All right, let's see. We got a couple more questions to get in here. Tim from Facebook wants to know, excuse me, what were your thoughts on Stephanie McMahon going into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, I thought it was great. Congratulations to Stephanie. She was always nice to me, and I loved enjoyed working with her. Got along with her. Like I said, me and her, we had a personal handshake that we always did when we always met. So, like I said, she was always nice to me, and I wish her the best of luck. Congratulations to her.
Hey, everybody, we appreciate you stopping by tonight and being a part of the show. And this is the part where Teddy gets to pick one of the questions to see if he's been paying attention and tell me who he thinks should win the T-shirt for tonight.
Well, let's send that T-shirt over to Ellen, and because I thought she asked us something nice tonight, so let's get her a free T-shirt.
That's not a problem. Ellen, make sure you send me your address. I think you may have sent it to me in the past, but send it to me just to be sure, and we'll get that out to you. All right, this has been Road Trip After Hours. We do this every Thursday night. It's live.
Before we go, let me give a big shout out to Denise, and also want to give a shout out to her mom. Mom's the church has gave her just a big gift. They told us that, hey, go and get you some rest. We'll pay for your hotel. We'll pay for your food. Just go and relax and have a good time. So that's what our mom is doing. She's pastor, and she's just taking a break, getting us some rest. And I'm so proud of her, man. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Denise and her mom.
Very cool. And Denise, I'm still waiting for my banana pudding. And now you got to put red velvet on the list too, because Teddy's brought up two things I love. So one day, and he sat there and ate it in front of me, Denise, in front of me. All right, we have more to go, but I got to get out of here as our time's about to run out. Teddy, I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place.